What's up, everybody? Our first official best of the week of the year. Zach will be here probably in the next 10, 15 minutes, maybe, hopefully. If he shows up. He should show up. Wouldn't it be horrible for him to just not show up, It'd be almost as bad as Geekeasy showing up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Get a trade-off, man.
Yeah, right? All right, what's going on in the chat here? Yeah, a lot of people in here. Nice Photoshop of Zach. Yes, the thumbnail. I figured he actually looks the part, so I'll put that beard to use.
Of course, he has a beard, and I'm not talking about the one on his face, but yeah.
Really? This is how you want to start off 2025 with bad jokes?
Ended at 24 with bad. Why not start 25 with bad
The
ones?
point was to end it.
Oh, I didn't get the memo.
It's probably under the other pile of stuff, that you didn't want to read.
Only if I could only read.
You know what? I should have thought of that. Now there'll be voice memos.
I am ex-military, by the way.
Marani's sticking up for you. Oh wow, this is gonna be a weird year then. Marani's sticking up for Cap. I don't like this. All right. Let's see here. Nice store in the book. Some thumbnail. Greetings. I see the thumbnail is Zach Aquaman. Brain, you saw the thumbnail. I hope.
I did.
Do you think it actually fits? He looks like Aquaman. Now you heard it twice. Is that your phone?
Mine, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not watching this.
Neither am I, but yeah.
What's up, Evil Black Cat? What's up to Jay? Okay, Kate Scott Hall. Make me take a survey. Got my hip waders and a rowboat just regretting just in case.
Hey, yo.
Hello. It looks like a 45 record. Oh, I'm not 45 yet. Then it'll be a 45 record. Let's see here. It was just the way to show I care. Oh, that's you reading it. Okay. I don't want to read your stuff. You can say that out loud. Don't type in the chat.
No, I was just replying to Maranya.
Yeah. And what's up, Brian? All right. So let's see how I got here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 new books this week. Well, and I'm also including a few books from last week. And I picked up some back issues as well. And got me a nice little hardback collection. Alrighty. You're gonna notice something. I did change it so when we're sharing off stuff, so we actually do appear bigger. So, without ado. Right. This way, you guys can see the comic books better. If you're on the phone.
Help me!
You're like the little guy over there. There he is. We're waiting for Commander Riker to show up. I'm not waiting. I'm counting on the minutes. Dread. All right. This week, number 10 spot. Don't usually pick up bad books, and none of the books I did pick up here, I'm saying, are bad, but I do read a lot of stuff, so it has to follow, somebody does better than the others. That's the way it goes. So, Red Sonny this week ends up in the number 10 spot. Made it into the top 10. It's continuous story from last week, and she goes to the underworld, ends up basically what you'd think. She's trying to she's got the soul of death, and lodged in her body, or basically part of her body. Kulan Gath wants that power so he can return back to the land of the living and just basically be all powerful. He's got the other Greek gods that are also fighting for it too. And so she's fighting the way to get through here into the basically where you're Hades, the underworld, and one of her friends sacrifices his life to protect her from Kulan Gath's spirit. he ends up burning, and she's because this whole entire thing is because she fused with like the embodiment of like of death. She can see people's deaths, no matter who they look, just by looking at them. And that was one guy she was hoping that totally just he wouldn't do his fate, but instead he can't change fate, so he went and tried to save her regardless, even though she told him not to, and he ends up dying. And she ends up basically back to where she was in the beginning of this arc. She was in a bar, sitting across from death, and she realizes that this is all a fake thing. It's not real. Just head games. Just basically deal with more gods coming here. They basically want to don't care about Kalungath. They all are fighting over basically get the death's soul. That way they have all the unlimited power. Meanwhile, the rest of the gods are still fighting Kalungath's army, and Sunny's basically back to where she was before. The beginning again. Troy Grinbeck has been writing this. It's a little confusing story. I'll probably have to go back and reread this again, but it's like I recommend this. This is not a book you want to read issue by issue. The way she's writing it is kind of confusing, so it's probably be better getting off in the trade. Walter Giovanni is still on the art though, so it's still
which is the way they are writing things now, is for the trade.
Yes, but some books are better off being read that way. There was another book that was put out. I don't think Dynamite was. I forget what it was, but it was like they don't give recaps in the beginning, so you're supposed to basically have to go back and read the previous issue to figure out what's going on, and even then, it's confusing. Number 9, Batman, Dark Patterns. Number 2. It's been an alright book. I love the detective stuff. I love it. It's more. I guess it's supposed to be. What year is it supposed to be? 80s or nowhere, but he has the bright ass yellow cowl, or the logo on his chest. I'm guessing it's gonna be probably 1950s, 1940s, and just learning more about this creature who's basically the wounded man who is going around murdering these people. You're connected. Batman kind of figures it out, and leads him to basically to Ace Chemicals, and meanwhile, the eccentric doctor who's got an addiction with chloroform was told to watch over the body. Instead, he starts figuring out what the real story is. The guy doesn't call Gordon like he's supposed to when the guy wakes up, and the Ace Chemicals sends somebody basically to go after and take out this dude. Kind of looks like Al Capone a little bit. And meanwhile, Batman goes up to basically this upstate Gotham. It was supposed to be like this failed city they're gonna have to do, but and it's kind of weird seeing Batman in broad daylight. Whenever I see this, he drives to another town, because he works at night, so it's kind of weird. But overall, though, it's been actually a really good book so far. I've been liking this. It's different, and there's no preaching to me in this. That's what I like about a comic book. It doesn't tell you that to preach about your politics or your life, current value lessons. It just basically gives you a simple Batman story. The point where that's all I want. I want an A to B. Batman's basically trying to solve this person who who's the Wounded Man, which is connected to his father's late father's medical journals. Corrupt Ace Chemicals trying to cover up tracks, and there's no Robin either. It's just Batman. So, all right, number 8 for me. Green Hornet and Miss Fury. I'm not sure if he's written on a character. I haven't really read a lot of Green Hornet, but he kind of comes off a little cocky, kind of like how they write current Hawkeye, in a sense. I mean, I guess Kato does all the work, and he's the rich boy. Doesn't do much. He's still
Hawkeye is in Alan Alda, or the guy from the Last of the Mohicans?
No, I'm talking about Marvel Hawkeye, current Clint
okay.
Barton.
Okay.
But Kato comes to save him while they're him and Miss Fear are in this circus town or tent, whatever, basically being surrounded by guys, and they're beating the crap out of them. And then Kato shows up, saves them, spins the car around, creating exhaust. They get in, they drive away. She jumps out like a normal cat burglar, and they end up basically running into each other later on at a charity ball event. And they don't recognize each other, or at least it's not hinted that they do. And yeah, they're just trying to. Someone's going around and killing capes. So, and they also did a mention to the Silver Shriek, I think his name is, who was the Shrike. Okay, supposed to be his mentor back in the day. He's the one who taught him how to fight. And then Miss Fury ends up, and then they end up in a trap again, just like they were before. The end. I don't know. Like I said, I'll wait to Breen's thoughts on this.
I remember I didn't get it.
Oh, he's right. You didn't get it. I'll just say this for Alex Segura. It wasn't offensively bad. It wasn't Scarlet Sisters. So I don't know what It also has Henry Barres is the co-writing. So maybe I don't know. Maybe he just had I have to look up to see who was co-writing Scarlet Sisters with, because maybe it wasn't Alex Segura that was a problem. It might have been the other guy.
Or maybe it just had quality editing.
Could be that too. Yeah. Our friend JC was doing the editing on this. All right. Number 7. Nemesis Rogues Gallery. The sequel. Volume 2 closes out with this issue with on Epstein's Island, Second Island, and Nemesis basically getting away again, which is nothing new. He did this in the first volume. He ends up getting away. They're setting up for what might be another big crossover event, though. I'm thinking because now he's paid off his debt to the Ra's al Ghul guy. He's taken out his sidekick, which was surprising. And it's he wants to take over now he's free of the debt. His plans are he created a new fake identity, essentially, and he's going to basically taking over the rest of the entire world. That's his. So it's called Nemesis Forever. It's going to be the new closing, probably the last volume, I imagine. But
so
yeah.
I disagree with you on that it was a surprise that he killed his sidekick, because that was kind of one of the major plot points. Was the guy the guy put the team together to go after him was that guy years ago that he basically screwed over.
But he didn't kill that guy. That guy went to prison.
No, but he effed him over, and I said, now he's just okay.
And
look what happened. No. Look what happened to him when he let him live. He made his life a living hell. He wasn't going to take that chance again, so he killed the new one.
But my thing is, he waited so long to the end. He could have just killed him any time.
No, he used him to get what he needed to get the job done. Then he killed him. So it's a thing with when people, it's a thing of dictators have been doing all throughout history.
I'll just say this: I liked it, and I didn't expect anything differently. I mean, if you read the first volume and you didn't like it, going in this one, thinking it's going to be different, it's the same writing style Mark's been doing with these characters. So
it made perfect sense for him to kill the sidekick, because I said whenever there's a revolution, the winner ends up killing the people that switch sides to help him out. Because I said if
but I didn't think it was going to be that quickly though. At the end of the book,
he did it. He used him to get all the shit he did, and then he'll find somebody else to help him take over the world.
Yeah. All right. What's up, Trusty? What's going on? MKF30. MKF30. If you want to ask questions, you'll have to be in the form of a super chat. We need to close out that $100 so we can actually get paid. That's the thing about super chats. You leave super chats, if we don't get $100, we never get that money. It just sits there and YouTube holds on to it. So, all right, we need like $60 more to go. Glinzer, who says he always leaves a super chat at the end of every live stream. I remember that. But he doesn't show up anymore. All right. All right, though. My number 6. If you like the movie It's a Wonderful Life, that's what you're getting in this. Like Michelangelo messes up basically one of Donnie's experiments, causing Donnie, who's working on stink bombs, basically causes the cave to basically smell like ass. And Michelangelo is told by the sensei kind of like, just maybe, think on changing his manners, not being so reckless. He ends up finding this ring, this genie, and we get name references to Aladdin, the lamp stuff. And he basically gets a wish, basically, if he had never been mutated. So his brothers are all serious. Splinter's kind of a dick. And it basically ends with a happy ending. And him basically wanting back up in bed and finally getting his Chicago deep style dish pizza. That's not sold where he lives. So and to them, Mikey Ben Hasey was skateboarding, hit his head, and been in a coma for about a day. Next issue though, we're gonna have a team up with Casey Jones finally in the Turtles, but yeah, this is what the Turtles look like. They just got back from a George Perez event.
Is Casey Jones? Is he high on cocaine?
He's not in this.
No, I mean next week will he be?
Why do you say things like that?
It's a reference to a Grateful Dead song.
Okay, I don't know Grateful Dead, and no, he will not be high on cocaine. It's a kid's book, bro. But yeah, I'll show you what Splinter looks like. So here's Splinter, pretty much. Like, because Mikey wasn't around, Splinter became kind of a jerk. It's something we haven't seen before. It's still a fun issue to read. We saw this issue on Justice League Unlimited when Wally West they went to an alternate world and with the Justice Knights, and they were all different because their Wally had died, so they basically became like Hitler. But like I said, very fun book. I like this. It's the guy who's writing it is Eric Burnham, who's been he was the lead writer on Ghostbusters for IDW. The artist is Sarah Meyer, who is she's LGBTQ supporter. So, but she doesn't put it, like I said, she's just doing the art. Doesn't affect the book. It's still family friendly. There's no ideologies being pushed other than just having a fun time. That's it. Turtles with the R-worthy cartoons. All right. Number 5 for this week was Prodigy. Kind of curious where they're going to go for this. They end up teaming up with on Mars with their father, who's not really their father, but is their father, to stop this evil robots, basically Ultron, from contacting these aliens and selling the Earth to the aliens. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I won't say any more than this. I'll let Breen talk about it. I enjoyed the book. I think there's going to be one more. I don't remember if they alluded to another, but I think the end of volume 3. So they are going to keep doing this. So fun series. It started off like The Fugitive, then became a sci-fi novel. And a Growing Pains issue, too. Yeah. All right, number 4. Kill Our Immortals. Kind of a rushed ending. Alludes that there might be more immortals, not just the family, like we were believed to. Zach Kaplan, I really do hope he comes back with another volume of this. Because, yeah, it doesn't... I'm looking at her here. It doesn't say the end on the last page. There's nothing that says fin or end or be continued. It just leaves where basically the guy who looks like who's the big dude from the Eternals? The big not Jimmy Woo. What's his name? What his name is? Something like Lee. But yeah, we get this. We go over this other family who's immortals. They realize that one of the trees, there's several trees that basically give immortality to whoever who was near them. And since the family turned on the dad, basically, and they chopped down the tree, they're now mortal. And the father's like, you guys are all idiots because now you know what you've done. And the guy, so basically this new group we were introduced at the end is preparing for war because now they know that their enemies are weak. They're going to go after the Asgardians or the Vikings, whatever you call them. I don't know. I have to look up online and see if he has social media and I ask him if he's going to continue or not, or if it's just getting canceled. Because League of Comic Geeks does not say anything at all, being continued or something. They don't advertise another issue. So it is that if that's it, that sucks because that was just kind of so rushed. And I'm hoping that's not the case. That's why it get canceled. And that's why it was that way. Because it was delayed and it came out finally. All right, number 3. Geiger Comics. Or Geiger.
I thought of getting that cover.
I thought of it and I actually got it cover. So I went one step further. Kind of a rushed, no, I don't say rushed, but like I said, whenever I read these comic books are just snippets of the story. And I've been noticing that with a lot of them because they are written for the trades. So I admit I do like trades more than I do like individual issues. I might just stop getting a lot of the floppies and just started getting the trades, read them that way. Get to learn more about Tarek Geiger, that he was a nice man who basically would go build home, basically Habitat for Humanity. He'd build homes for people who basically, needed homes, especially because he was basically building homes for veterans. And it goes 25 years from now, basically, he just saved this couple from these crooks, and they give him directions to go to the town they just left the previous issue. And then while they're driving in the bus, he's being annoyed by his friend Nate, who basically, hey, look, I got these books, Robinson Crusoe, and he basically blows his lid, crashes the bus, and it's just kind of nuts. Oh, hold on, I heard a bubble pop. There he is. There's Aquaman himself.
Ooh, what's up?
What's up, Aquaman?
It's chilly. It's cold down here.
You get your books this week?
I got most of them. I didn't get the Green Hornet one. My LCS did not get any. I don't know if it was the Diamond thing or some other distributor, but
yeah.
I got all my other. I finally got my Flash Gordon number 5 though. That I was supposed to get a month ago. Finally got that.
Yeah, we're just talking about Geiger, man.
Oh, nice. That was a good issue.
Very explosive issue.
I liked it. That is what I've been waiting to see.
Like I said, the introduction of Junkyard Joe.
That's what I've been waiting to see.
Getting memory core unlocked. He remembers talking to our buddy.
Core
Simon
memory.
Yep. Now I need to know, is that going to be connected to his ongoing arc right now, where after the family thing? I want to know because, or is that just a random memory? Like, I really hope it's connected to something. That'd be cool. Because basically Junkyard Joe, instead of killing him, it basically gives, because the last meeting was key, like they were fighting, but then like something prevented them from like attacking him. It was the kids. Now we know, but when we read Junkyard Joe, explains why he acted that way. And then in this, like, Tariq has a heart attack, and I love how Junkyard Joe, this basically gives him, like, defibrillator, and, restores his heart. And then, dude, I'm excited for next month's.
Female Geiger? Yes, please.
Yes.
I assume she's a Geiger.
Ash Arden.
Look, she's got the two things, the two sticks in her back.
Exactly. Yeah. I didn't notice that. Unless they're katanas.
I know, you were looking at two other things on her front.
I was looking at the legs, bro. She got legs that go for miles.
Nice gams.
The nicest of gams. And also, we're supposed to be getting Johnny Appleseed in Redcoat. So
Saw that. That'll be fun.
Yeah. I just wish I wished as we get further, they would just fill this in more, so I know exactly what had happened. Issue here, 1 you just read was over here, and it's like, because they still don't know who Widow X is and how she had revenge. The monster being made, I'm guessing that's Geiger. Not Geiger. No, it's not Joker Joe. So who the heck is the monster then? Because the Northerner is Johnny Appleseed.
No, the Northerner is somebody else. The
You sure?
Northerner's the Northerner is that black guy in the Union uniform that shows up every now and then.
I thought that was. Oh, you are right, because he'd pop in a red coat. So then Johnny Appleseed's going to be another character then.
Yeah, Johnny Appleseed's just Johnny Appleseed.
Wow, cool. Like I said, a lot of world building. I just want to know when they all have a crossover event. So, or just going to be like this. We're going to have like memory of this guy, because we have seen Simon Pure and another guy there, and Geiger. I thought they were in like some book, and they showed him like, it's not time yet, and they left. I think it was the first Geiger or the Geiger 2-shot. So, number 2 of the week, Transformers.
Wah, 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 wah.
I have been waiting for this for about 16 issues, because we know what's coming eventually. Megatron.
Spoilers! Jay hasn't read it yet.
Well, I spoil every week, bro. I just showed off Geiger. You didn't say shit.
I knew he hadn't read Transformers because I posted about it earlier today, and he was like, "I haven't read it yet." So
Well,
I don't know how closely Jay follows.
I'll just say this. What's up with this, man? Is he coming back?
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you go far enough into the year, I think if you go all the way up to like March on League of Comic Geeks, Battle Beasts, they finally have a solicit for it. Because dude, Kirkman teased that over 2 years ago.
So
feels like over 2 years ago.
Does that mean we're getting more Invincible in this?
No, I think it's just going to be a Battle Beast series.
Oh, I don't want a little miniseries. Man, don't tease me like that, because I see something from Invincible, because I thought that was done and over with. But that's like bringing back Gary, the werewolf hound guy, the werewolf guy, Astonishing Werewolf.
Oh.
He was also Invincible as well. He was the werewolf guy. They did a crossover event. But dude, this is just crazy. You got Kaiju versus Kaiju. Optimus Prime also showing something that he's having issues again with that arm he got from Megatron. So I wonder if it's affecting his program, because he's doing stuff he's not supposed to. He's acting a little bit more like a bad guy, being corrupt. He doesn't give a damn about that damn. And it's just. And who is going to be the new Autobot? They've been teasing that. I think next issue and an issue after that. So, number 1 though of the week is Aquaman. Hey, look at that! You just dye Zach's hair blonde.
I'm never gonna do that.
And he will be Aquaman. Well, you look pretty good on the cover, though. We got 2 compliments so far in the chat. Also, as soon as I open us up, it's like, hey, remember Jeremy Adams? He's doing this too. It's like, God, my wallet is in pain.
Adams has 3 ongoing series
like,
as of March.
Hey,
3 of them.
I'm glad that they're advertising another book by him in his own book. Okay,
they should be.
And
they referenced two other books that he worked on in this one.
Right?
What was it? Flashpoint Beyond?
Yeah.
And Flash, one of his Flash books. They referenced and they noted both of those in this one. So it's an Adams love fest. I love it.
But
brought to you by Jeremy
Adams. Self-promotion.
Right? I mean, why not? if this guy's doing a lot of books, selling books, don't advertise Chip Zdarsky. I don't want to see him on Batman and
Is
Aquaman book.
Zdarsky writing? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought Zdarsky wasn't on Batman anymore.
But then there you go. Then here he goes. They're getting advertised for something I don't care. The other
I might still check that out.
I heard
Ryan Parrott.
somebody mentioned that it was any John Ridley-isms did not show up in this book.
Interesting.
So at least for one issue, you're safe.
See,
So
that's
so
what
Ryan
I'm
Parrott
wondering.
So I think Ryan Parrott wrote this issue. John Ridley's going to write the next one.
That would be the.
Maybe. I'm very curious. I'm very curious to check that out.
Yeah, we even get a good Jackson Hyde in this too as well.
Good Jackson. Jackson Hyde's in there for like 2 word bubbles.
You know what I
are you
saw?
talking about?
People were bitching. It's like, oh my gosh, they did Merritt dirty in this book. How dare they? Because all right. Spoilers if you okay. Since the whole Waller fuckfest with powers, he's now got Mara's powers where he basically can control water constructs and stuff like that. And so we were like, oh my gosh, they took away Mara's like abilities to give it to her husband with like misogyny, blah blah blah. And then at the end of the book, this is a book. Like I said, I'm not gonna spoil the end for the book. I'm just saying this is a book you need to read more about.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes.
Were those people also complaining that Lois Lane took a man's powers? Or were they
No,
okay
they're
with
basically
that?
because it's like take powers, chuck aside. That's what their thing was. But I'll just say that's kind of cool. The other thing, here's the other thing people were complaining about. They're mad because of something a Batman said. And I can't blame Adams for this because this is what the modern Batman does and says. This isn't new. This isn't him retconning. Yeah. Basically, they're going to they're going to this portal here too, and what is he's is there here? If anyone stands in your way, give them hell. God help us all. It's like they didn't like that line because it felt it was out of like, why would Batman say that? You know. This is the modern Batman though. This isn't your Batman from the post-crisis. So you're gonna get him saying some cheesy lines every once in a while, and that's this current DC. So, but people are gonna bitch about this, all but then they'll be like, oh my gosh, I love. Challenge of the Unknown. Christopher Cantwell is basically taking these shitty characters and made them awesome. You know that's going to happen. You're going to see that online.
Yeah, I think they cleaned the toilets in the satellite.
Finally, the Fantastic Four we deserve.
There's 5 of them though.
I know that's the joke. Yeah, people don't read comic books or praising new books. It's because they don't like other stuff. It's a fad, but very fun book though. I'll just show off 2 of the issues I did got here, but then I'll come back after you guys are done. I'll do my rest of my back issues. But holy crap, this is a fun book. Especially because I was wondering when I picked it up, I'm like, this isn't Dynamite. This is Xenoscope. How are they getting away with this? And you find out who these characters are. It says right on the cover too, though. But I didn't think it would be that obvious. So, Zach, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is Miss Fury and the Terror from Project Superpowers.
Yeah.
How did Xenoscope get away with this?
Public domain.
Public domain. A lot of the characters from Project Superpowers, I think, are public domain.
But they've been Dynamite for like how many? So
But the thing about public domain is anyone can write it though.
But I thought, as far as the character designs are exclusive to Dynamite, though.
No,
I don't
it's
think
not.
that's how it works.
It zooms in. Thanks.
Well, you notice that in the Dynamite book, she doesn't have that cleavage, so maybe that's what.
Yeah, you're right, though. She's just covered up. She's very flat chested, and this one they actually give her a bus. And what's great about this, for those of you who hate the current Captain America, Sam Wilson, We get Punisher as Captain America throwing a shield, beheading vampires in this, and Sean Bean as the ultra villain. Oh man, John Rill did a cover too as well. But where did I see it? I'll just show you the actual villain. Kind of looks like Sean Bean in some of these angles. Come on, zoom in. Or William Regal.
More William Regal than Sean.
Yeah.
Bean.
But he becomes the big bad guy at the end of this. It's just a fun book. I hope they continue this. There's references to the Bunny and the Goat Man. So, all right. Facsimile that came out this week. Picked it up because I don't have the money for the original.
Oh, nice. I think I have that in a collection or in a trade because I did see that.
Yeah.
I would have picked it up if I already have it.
Yep. Brave and the Bold, number 29. And then I finally got a Pharaoh. The latest issue of Pharaoh came out. Well, I finally found a copy. Came out back in November. So books are really pushed back. And man, this series really went into stray dogs territory because all the cats are now being rescued. They're all in this house with this lady. She finds the other kitten she was looking for. And they're all in a cult thing. Like, oh, the lady loves us, feeds us and stuff. And just like they're in a huge shithole. And like she comes across a dead cat. He's like, what's this? Oh no, the cat's got the cat's still, he's just sleeping. I'm like, he's not sleeping, he's dead. No. And here's a scary old lady. So, like I said, this is a fun book. All right, and that's it for my back issues. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Ambiggin. There you go.
All right, as mentioned, the month late obtained copy of Flash Gordon number 5.
Good issue.
Really good issue.
Questions about the ending, though?
I have not read this one yet. Have not had a chance to read this. Ultimate Black Panther number 12. I think I might be close to dropping Ultimate Black Panther. I've read some of the solicits for the.
You're still reading
issues.
it?
Yeah.
I dropped it like 6 issues ago.
I like the new Doctor Strange was interesting to me for a little bit. So
When last issue I read was when they broke her out of prison. Other than that,
then we got Uncanny X. I think I skipped an issue. I think I have it. I just didn't read issue number 7 because this picked up like a little ways after issue number 6. So I have to go back and read number 7. This one wasn't bad though. Wasn't bad. I liked a good chunk of that. We got Geiger. I got the Action Comics homage. I didn't even know that my LCS got this cover for me. This is just the one that was in my pull box. I thought I was just going to get the regular cover A. I'm very glad I got this, though. So we talked about that. We got Transformers. I think I also might have accidentally skipped an issue of this one as well. So I'm going to have to go back and read number 15 just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Some good stuff in this, though. Some very good stuff. You should be reading if you're not. I also had Aquaman issue number 1. Really great first issue. I like the way it ended. I like the little cliffhanger there. Not a whole lot of Jackson Hyde or of Mara even. Like all the supporting cast was like very, very minor, which I'm okay with.
I'm curious going forward what's going to be the status of that and how long before they're, it feels like
sure.
It's like Oliver, you get your family back. Chris Condon, no way, you don't get your family.
No. I'm sure they'll be back. It's just because Jeremy Adams writes big family type settings, so I don't think they'll be going for long. My number 1 book of the week, though, kind of surprising because Nick Dragata is not on this, but it is Absolute Batman issue number 4. Stellar issue here. The guest artist, I'm not a humongous fan of. Some guy last name Walta. But Scott Snyder's writing on this was phenomenal.
Can you imagine if Jeremy Adams wrote a Jonah Hex book with family?
I really loved this. I thought it was great. if you're not checking this out, you should be. It's a really great book. So yeah. And then back issues. I got back issues too. I had a gift card for a little bookstore that I got for Christmas. I got $20 worth of books from there.
Nice.
A little something old, something semi-new. So let's see what I got here. I'll start off with, I think, the best find. I looked it up on I forgot where I looked it up, but apparently this is like a $20-$30 comic book. I got it for $2. So this is Secrets of the Haunted House. This is
Nice.
issue number 13. Really trippy looking werewolf there. So yeah, that one, it looks like it's in really, really good condition.
That dude torn in half? By your thumb?
Yes, but he's also a skeleton. So
Okay.
But then let's see. We also got some late '90s, early 2000s stuff. We got some Outsiders, some of the Judd Winnick
Ooh.
run, old school.
Back when they were flirting.
Huntress with the tummy outfit. We also got some JLA, some Plastic Man JLA there. Kelly and Minky. Another Kelly and Minky book, another JLA. JLA versus the Martian Manhunter and John Jones and John Jones. And then we got some Avengers books here. I got Avengers, this is issue number 361, the leather jacket era.
Cool.
Got a few other Avengers books in here. We got issue number 203, which is the Wonder Man and Beast issue, the buddy cop issue.
Nice.
Was 200 the one where we found out about Ms. Marvel being her?
Yes.
Having the son mother thing? Was that 200?
I believe so. I believe that was the one. And then I also got this one.
Tweet it out and say that's
Last
tweet it out.
Star,
Yeah, tweet it out and say that was a Korvac saga.
310. And then finally, not nearly as epic, but it helps fill out my collection. We have issue number 16 of Avengers Academy, which is part of the Fear Itself event. So like the villains that have the Asgardian weapons attacking the school. So that is issue number 16. And then issue number 17 with Reptile there on the cover. Really great run. If you like the young teenage superheroes, Avengers Academy is pretty great. Pretty great series.
It's the place to be. Avengers. It's like Green Acres, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty. I thought they said Kill Binky. What the heck is that?
That is it though. That is all my books.
All right.
I might not have said that. That is all my books.
No, I was reading some of the comments there. So, all right, who wants to go next? Let's see a raise of hands.
Go ahead, Jeff.
I'm here.
All right. Hi, Jeff.
Okay, as usual, my shop got DC's yesterday. Everything else they didn't get until about like 3:30 today, and you guys started at 5. So I'll go over the 2 that I read. Number 2 would be this. Number 1, Batman and Robin, number 17. This is a really good series. They
I saw that. I thought about getting back. I stopped reading that, I think, after Williamson got off. Actually, it was right before Williamson left.
Yeah.
But
Johnson.
Johnson took it over after Joshua Williamson left.
And they're actually. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, no. You're good. I thought about picking that back up though, because I do like some of Philip Kennedy Johnson.
Are they still using the bright, ugly ass blue and pink colors in the interior?
I didn't really notice, but they're really doing some new stuff with Damien. They're kind of maybe moving him past the whole kill thing. He's reading Thomas Wayne's journals, because Bruce wants him to get to know the Wayne side of the family.
Yeah, no more killing. You gotta be an activist like John.
Well, and he's like, oh, people are like that, and so I guess he's trying to convince Bruce to, do that hey, it's because of us here, but he's volunteering at the hospital, which I think is kind of cool. But I don't know, maybe they're just getting some really trying to make him a little PC up. I don't know, we'll see. But then I have three other books and a back issue and a free one. This one,
I was gonna say I like when you get free back issues.
Well, it wasn't a free back issue. It was just it's one of the ones they have on the counter that say free.
Well, I was talking about the ones that don't go away, the ones you hurt yourself.
Yeah. And those two. But Daredevil, Unleashed Hell, Red Band version.
Oh, you got the red. I saw that. I saw there was another Red Band Marvel book out.
Yes, I had. I've taken it out already.
How Red Bandy is? Because I know the Blood Hunt Red Band wasn't that.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I haven't looked into them yet, just because.
Oh, okay.
Which one did you get the Red Band?
He's the Daredevil.
The Daredevil Unleashed Hell.
Elektra, but it says Daredevil.
It's Daredevil. That's yeah. What if she was Daredevil? That's what we're getting.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I could have told you it was bad.
That's the art.
That's not.
But it is violent. But
it's very violent. I'm sure Comics Code Authority probably sees that as
somebody spilled raspberry jam over them. They don't know what the book looks like.
But I didn't realize that was violent until. Yeah, there is a little bit of blood and stuff. But
who's writing this?
No, that's Harley.
Saladin Ahmed.
Saladin Ahmad.
Erica Schultz.
Yeah, much better.
I'm not familiar.
Valentina Pinti, 1 through 20, and then the penciler Jose Luis is 21 through 25.
This is my question too. Geeky still reads Daredevil?
No, I don't still read it. I just picked this one up just because. Yeah.
Better that than the
Champions. I knew people that just bought books for the covers. That was it. They didn't read the book.
Yeah, there are some people who come to my shop, and these damn speculators, man, they're right up there at opening, and usually they don't read DC, but they go to Marvel, and Joey, when he was here, when he had Erica was still in the stroller, these guys practically ran over Olivia, in the stroller to get to the Marvel books for the covers, and a couple of them are still there.
Dude, it's every week. That's like my shop. The one shop I go to, they run to the wall. I'm like, what are you grabbing? I go over there. I'm like, I'll just grab this one book. Later, guys.
Yeah, I get the stuff for I just grab what I want. I won't take the top one. I'll look a little bit, but these guys are they're looking at every book for ticks on the spine and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, if you aren't reading the book to try and enjoy it or not, what the hell is your issue? But
I don't know. My shop doesn't put out any books that are damaged, and if it is, there's a sticky note that says.
No, but these guys are checking, because they want to send them in for good ratings. They're going to try and resell them, so they're looking for little tiny.
They should go if the books are actually worth it, like the older books.
Yeah. And so.
I would make fun of that, but that's also when I was looking at that DC Werewolf book, that's what I was looking for. I was looking to see how bad of a condition it was. So I can't blast them too much.
I do.
My shop owner, if you have any dog ears, I'll buy them. I'll take a discount. I don't care.
Yeah, but I'm talking the new ones. I'm talking,
I'm talking about the new books too, man. I'll take.
Yeah, I won't do a dog ear one. I want it to look, halfway decent, but I'm not.
No, bro. I will take $1 off of a $6 book. That's expensive. Actually, I'll take $2 off a $6 book. Let's go back to normal prices.
So I do have the Aquazac, but I have the
foil shiny.
You got the expensive one.
Yes, and I just realized how much I paid for it.
You got the negative space one, bro. The shiny negative space.
And so $7.99 each. Well, my LCS, they had to put a stop to it. You can get one of each cover per day. So if there's like 6 different covers, you can get 6 issues of it, but it has to be, one of each cover. And then you have to come back the next day and you do it again. Because people were coming in and just getting stacks of shit and selling it out right away. But so they just said no.
I'd kick them out. personally.
Yep. And then last of the new ones is Geiger number 10. I just got the regular cover.
It's a nice cover.
Yeah. And then the one from, I think this was either last week or the week before. And again, this is because of a recommendation by Breen. I got the first issue to see if I liked it. I liked it. So I got the second one today.
Oh, nice. I've got the first issue of that. I have not read it yet, though.
Oh, it's okay, but you and I may or may not have this. We have overlapping tastes, but sometimes we don't have. But I like it,
Okay, good. I know it's Tomasi. I like Tomasi's writing.
and I can sit there and say I like it, but that doesn't guarantee that you're going to.
Yeah. I'm
But,
still looking forward to trying it, though.
But I do really enjoy it
Cool.
so far, and Breen might appreciate this and maybe RDV, Uzak, not so much.
It's a horror book.
No, it is not. But for you, it might as well be a horror book.
Okay.
Is it Bikini Girls?
It's a Luke Cage. It's a Luke Cage book. Watch.
No.
It's Batman. Is he black?
Oh God, that is a horror
Dude,
book.
I wouldn't even spend money on that. The art is atrocious.
I didn't. It was free.
You're still paying the price for reading it, man.
That picture is better than some of the stuff that I just saw in
It reminds you of the '90s manga Western crap they try to put in the books.
This looks better than the stuff in that Daredevil book I just looked at. So, I don't know, but anyway,
I will say this though. Now they're on HBO Max. They're in HD now instead of watching cable. Cable's never really HD. TBS. That's the quality has gone up.
And that's it.
All right, Mr. Breen.
Let's show your couple of your back issues first.
All right. Well, I'll show this off. I did get this today. Got me new books.
Hey, I saw that one. That's some
Yeah,
Care
cool.
Andrews.
Yep. But so I can turn around and look at the better art. So
Which one's that? That looks like Art Adams, maybe.
I liked the other side better, but that is a nice cut.
The other side is better.
they don't really say on the box, so
I'm pretty
That
sure
is-
it's Art Adams, but the Care
No,
Andrews side.
that looks
is-
a little like that. Magneto looks a little bit like Jim Lee.
He does look Jim Lee-ish, but I know that's not Jim Lee on Kazar.
he looks like Reed Richards with longer hair in a muscle suit.
He looks like Reed Richards with white hair. That's a good
Yeah,
box,
so-
though. I like it. I need to get a new one,
Oh.
I think.
I don't recommend buying the series, but because we don't need any more Savage Land Magneto.
He's just a Savage Land hater.
I like the Savage Land. I like the Kazar. I like the better stories. I just don't care for that story.
Rogue
right.
was a villain. She's allowed to have a villain.
She was groomed
Ish.
by him.
Listen, Magneto tried to get it on with Wasp, okay? Wasp
He
and
was
Rogue
also
are-
younger than him.
Yeah.
There are
Hugh Hefner was older than probably his last wife.
Now you're saying Hugh Hefner was a good guy. He wasn't a pervert.
He was not. He was
How
kind
many-
of a pervert, but
how many villains or heroes out there that are anywhere near Magneto's age? The guy's like 800 by now.
Magneto.
Magneto.
I've always called him
Hi, Magenta.
Magnet.
Magenta.
That's
Oh my gosh.
Yes. All right. So this is really cool. It was worth the money.
Hey. That's pretty sweet. I'm not jealous at all.
That's
I know you're not. Why would you be jealous?
Because if I were, I'd be making really, I don't know. That's cool.
It only cost me $100. Worth it though.
Oh, well, see, now I'm not jealous because I still have $100.
Yeah, but you don't have the IDW. Dave
That's
Stevens.
true. That is pretty
Adventures.
sweet, though. Complete Adventures. That's awesome.
It's a freaking heavy book, dude.
I believe it.
All right. You can go back to not being jealous of me.
Okay.
So I got another showcase. Picked this up.
Hmm.
And in my collection, the Catwoman stuff. I've been collecting a lot of the Volume 2 Catwoman. I do like the back cover, though.
That's not bad.
It's about the
Pretty
Heroes of Time. So,
Pretty cool.
all right. I guarantee you my last book will make you drool, though. And let's get to these all. On to Zach's favorite hero.
Luke Cage. Oh, Jonah Hex.
Number 9.
Squawk. Jonah Hex. Why is he a pirate? Why is Jonah Hex fighting a pirate?
It's on the ground. Oh, yeah. Why is he on the ground? Why is he fighting a pirate?
Why is there a pirate in the Old West? That's funny.
He's Mexican, bro.
Because he didn't want to pay for the issue.
Bernie writes the cover.
That was good. That was good.
All right. Let me go from number 9 to number 11.
Draw. He told him to draw, but he didn't give him a pencil. It's not fair.
Be tough to hold that pencil.
Number 13. At Zach, little jerk. It's like bombs on railroad tracks
Wally West is who that looks like.
with glasses. He's like a younger version of Geppetto. Number 14. Sim Killer stalks the high country. Then we get some crazy ones. Some of these covers are just absurd, like this next one. Number 15.
Hey, there's a One Piece episode that's like this.
Exactly. Can you see what that is?
Rich Buckler and Frank Giacomo. Oh!
Yep. This next one should not be allowed to exist. I laugh. I saw it. I laughed for a good minute. People are looking at me. Why are you laughing so much? Because it's literally Tom Udo style.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. This is that meme where the old lady's in the wheelchair and gets pushed off the cliff.
You mean Mae Young wrestling?
I don't know. I don't think it's Mae.
That wasn't a
I don't
cliff. There was a younger lady that was
know.
from
There's a meme where an old lady gets pushed off a cliff.
Yeah, Sean Hannity used it for years. It was one of those Democrat scare tactics that Republicans want to take away health care for seniors.
I was just saying, there's a couple of different episodes. There's a Little House on the Prairie where the girl, the other girl's faking it, so she pushed
Yeah! Yeah, I've seen that one. I've seen that one.
So, 74.
Joke was on her though. Once it crashed, she did need the wheelchair.
Rhaegar, I like cowboys and westerns. Okay, it's not a race thing. Not everything is a Zach's a racist joke.
Ross Andrew on the cover here. 74.
Hold on.
I didn't get a chance to change the bags. You can see by the ripples. So, new DC. There's no stopping us now until New 52. Yeah. There you go. Number 81. There he goes against Giant Chicken Hawk. This is a cool. I love this cover. 83. You like heroes as a kid? Great. No, maybe it's time you grew up. It's empty bottles there. 86. Slaughterhouse. It actually shows the pigs in the background. This is not PETA friendly.
We're at Quarles and Limehouse.
Not in this issue. But I found Hannigan and D. Sudinga. So can't trust a woman, can you, Brody? Takes the money and shoots them. It is issue 88. 75 cents for these, man. Good deal.
Wow.
Well, no, I'm saying I didn't pay 75 cents for these all. But back in the day, they were.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, they made 75 cents for all that.
I know they've gone down, but I didn't know they've gone that far down.
No, I paid 20% of $8 for some of the issues. Yeah, and then this cool one. I like this one because I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Do you know the importance of this issue?
What number is it?
Number 23.
Isn't it First Oracle?
Yep. So figured why not get it? Kind of cool.
How much you mind? How much, if you don't mind me asking, how much you pay for it?
Well, they wanted $23 for this. Like I said, I get 20% off each issue. Zach, you still there? Of course, he gets to leave right when I had the best book, the one I told you he was going to drool about. These kids, no respect whatsoever. Here you go, Brain. I thought this was cool. I got to get the rest of this series. It's a short-lived series too, and I would love to have all these.
Shoulders.
You know what it is?
Yep. It's John Byrne art on the inside too.
Nice.
Yeah, who shows up for issue 7?
Is this isn't during West Coast? This is before West Coast.
No, it's a Super Scroll.
Oh, Super Scroll.
And then the totem he's trying to get, he gets sucked into.
Yep.
And she brings it to the thing.
This is Buckler and Esposito.
Yeah, in Marvel 2-in-1-19.
Oh, and I think that starts out the Byrne run on the Fantastic Four. I think is that one or the one after that starts out the Byrne run on the Fantastic Four.
Nah, that's 4 years apart.
Okay.
And but then the scroll escapes from the totem, and that leads into the Marvel 2-in-1, 62 and 63, or 61 and 62.
Those might be the ones because those are the first ones in the omnibus.
Yeah, so I had my total for new books plus all these older books came up to almost $200, but I had $100 credit, so it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I was like, because I knew it was gonna be expensive because they're not half off. I should have went in December, got them, but I didn't think about getting the Jonah Hex ones, and they had a bunch of them. I figured I think $8 is expensive, or $12, but eventually someone's gonna come in and grab that issue, and then we're gone. And I don't buy books on eBay because I don't want to pay $9 in shipping for a $2 book, or which could actually be already an $8 book, and then you're paying $9 in shipping at the top of that. To me, that's not worth the buying a collection. I'll just wait. But all right though. Do you have more stuff to show up, Brain, or is that it?
No, I've got my books.
Okay.
I'm done playing yet. All right, number 9, Cruel Kingdom. Yeah, I think it's done. I don't even remember any of the stories I read. Number 8, Jupiter's Legacy. I know if I'd read the other series, this would probably mean more. But apparently, the aliens are coming to destroy the Earth, and there's only a few people left to stop them. And I said, I was just kind of going through the motions reading that because it's good, but I don't have any frame of reference from not having read the other stories.
I wonder if you watch the show, if it actually ever.
I don't know, but yeah, I said it probably would have helped to have read the other series. Kill All Immortals, number 7. I said I really liked this series after the first issue. We were talking about it at the end of the 4th issue. The reporter seemingly gets killed.
Yeah, boyfriend.
And a lot of times in his stories, it turns out to be like a red herring, but no, he was dead. And then the kids all fight each other and show off their daddy issues, and there's another group at the end that also has one of those immortality trees or whatever. So maybe there'll be another series.
I hope so because I need more Zach Kaplan books. I do recommend Eclipse.
Number 6. Not quite as impressed with it as Zach was. It's kind of like a origin story for Absolute Batman. Good, but not great. So I'm enjoying the series, but to me it was just, I don't know. It's good. Number 5, Nemesis. The twists were, I said, of course he wins because he always wins because he's got backup plans on top of backup plans, and when the team led by the former sidekick that he screwed over finally defeats him and has him tied up, and of course Nemesis has incriminating evidence on all the rich people that he was about to kill anyway. So of course the rich people side with the guy that's going to kill him because they're all fucking stupid. And he wins again, and then he kills the sidekick, and then he's paid off his whatever guy that gave him all of his powers, and now he's going to go conquer the world. Like I said, I enjoy reading those, but at some point, the shelf life on these characters, I think it's about the expiration date. He's got to,
he's got the next volume. He's going to die.
Yeah, he's got to.
Yeah.
And from the looks of things, Notre Dame is moving on.
Can I show you a book that I would improve the other one, like Cruel Kingdom? I made a slight edit to it, and it just fits for this channel. Right?
Oh, who is that?
If you look on that, that's actually our buddy, our king. We are the Anne Franz to him.
Oh, okay. Now, as soon as I enlarged, I saw it again.
I was like, yes, that is great.
I definitely would have liked the Puppetine variant.
Right?
All right, number 4, Batman, Dark Patterns. It's weird. We're only 2 issues in, and he catches the guy, but he can't take him to the hospital because the hospital's burning. So he takes him to a forensics guy who it's like working on him, and then Gordon's like, "What the hell did you do that for?" Blah blah blah. And then some bad guys break into the lab to steal him. So
I like the Batmobile design in this. That's been probably my favorite part of the whole entire series so far.
Number 3, Geiger.
Cool.
Excellent issue. The return of Junkyard Joe, who of course is mistaken for a bad guy. Geiger throws a bus on him, and as he's dying, then Joe just pulls the bus off of himself and saves his life. Really, this is really starting to kick in. Don't know who that chick is at the end, but we're all going to find out.
Yes. That's been missing from this whole entire series has been a hot babe who can outclass him.
Number 2, Prodigy, Indentured Servitudes of Mars. They're on Mars. They think they meet somebody they think is their dad, but it turns out to be one of his robots, nod to Superman, who has gained sentience, and he apparently sold Earth to the Martians. And then his dad, the real dad, shows up. They save the day, but the real dad dies. And at the end of the story, the younger brother, I forget which one's which.
Edison is
Edison. Yeah, the other one stays on Mars. Edison goes back to Earth, and Dad's will gives him $1 silver. Says, if make your fortune out of this. You did it once, you can do it again. So I'm guessing there's probably another Prodigy series coming down the pike.
Yeah, it says on in volume 3. My question is that isn't he still wanted?
Well, I don't know, because it's maybe something that wasn't explained, because apparently those were all the machinations of the. That's a good play.
The butterflies.
So I guess we'll find out. And number 1, Aquaman. It was nice to read a nice superhero book again. I said there's so few of them, none at Marvel and a handful at DC that I care to read, and this was a good first issue.
For me personally, I've never read Green Lantern, Green Arrow, or even Aquaman standalone series. I know you guys tell me to, but I never really had an interest. And it said Jeremy Adams is really piquing my interest in these characters, so I
Well-
might go back and read all back issues
Well, that's it. Dan Abnett's run was phenomenal.
until
Jeff Johns's was excellent. Peter David had a really, really good run. Even back to the 60s, Steve Skeets, when DC hired some writers that weren't already eligible for Social Security, he kind of gave it like a Marvel flavor, and Jim Aparo became the artist, and it was definitely different from the cookie cutter 60s DC books.
I was really looking forward to reading the Kelly Sue DeConnick version.
Hell, even the 70s, David Michelini had a run on Aquaman.
Yeah.
So, Aaron and I are always talking about how there's no bad runs of Aquaman other than the Kelly Sue DeConnick one.
Yeah.
But it's also one of those characters that's never going to garner mass interest. Although I was surprised, the one that Peter David wrote the majority of, I think Eric Larson of Savage Dragon fame took over.
Yeah.
And his was good. And it lasted 70-something issues.
That's what I've heard was people rave about him, and they say that might be the basis for the Momoa Aquaman, sort of.
But and then there was another one after that in the early 2000s that I think Will Pfeiffer wrote, where they did the Sub Diego storyline, which was excellent, where San Diego literally falls into the ocean after an earthquake, but people don't die. They gain the ability to breathe underwater, but they can't come back because they can't breathe on the surface anymore.
Yeah.
And then that title goes through Infinite Crisis, and then they introduce his son, not one we've seen before. He's not actually his son, but for a while. So I mean, there's plenty of really good runs to choose.
Was the original lore that Mara was from a different planet or from a different Earth?
I want to say different dimension.
Okay.
But it was all just so, la-di-da back then. It wasn't until they killed the son that there was ever any real stakes in Aquaman.
Yeah, a lot of people were not the Death of the Prince. They didn't like that issue, and they didn't like the Kelly Sue DeConnick stuff. So, I mean, that's the only two marks I've ever heard people saying that.
I mean, anybody that didn't like Death of a Prince doesn't read comics for the right reason, because Aquaman was like your basic 60s DC character there were no stakes to the stories because they were written for little kids. That's what Steve Skeets changed when he came in. I mean, I'm not saying that the issues
crushed
were
their
bad
hopes and
before
dreams. No.
But but there have been,
he's high spirited. No.
Just like there really aren't any bad Hawkman runs, but Hawkman is only going to appeal to a finite amount of people. It's never Hawkman, Aquaman. They're never going to be, Batman, Flash.
No, but I mean,
Green Lantern level.
That's why I feel a lot of. As far as I don't read a lot of solo series, but I feel like most characters like Aquaman and Green Arrow and Green Lantern are best off being in team books.
Well, let's say that, as far as Green Arrow, I loved that 4-issue miniseries in the early 80s, and I loved what Grell did.
Yeah.
Beyond that, there have been some, like the series that started not so fast, my friend Jay Corso said to Jay Lucian. Lee Corso said to Jay Lucian. That series was good all the way through. I'm not saying that the New 52 or the Rebirth were bad. It's just that I don't like a younger version of Oliver Queen, because I said that it's like,
thank you. I don't like Smallville.
You can't make Iron Man Robert Downey Jr. on the printed page, and you can't make Green Lantern Stephen Amell. And so maybe they finally learned that, because the Joshua Williamson one kind of felt like an adult Green Arrow for the first time in years. I just fell off, and maybe Chris Condon will bring that back, but But then I got to remember, I said, I don't think it's ever going to be as good as. Yeah, I hold everything up to Mike Grell, and I just don't know what's going to measure up.
What is with the whole fetish for making characters that are like in their late 30s, to like we're gonna put them in high school or either just in that 20, that early late teens, like they do this with they do this with all the actors too. Like I understand they wanted a 10-year thing, but it's like I don't want high school Peter Parker. I don't want high school Dick Grayson. I just the characters I've already established, through the comic books.
So,
we don't need retelling origin stories.
Moran, you're right. I said, Robert Downey Jr. was hired to play him because he looked like he looked and acted like Tony Stark. And then Marvel writers since then have learned all the wrong lessons from that. And now they think that it's Robert Downey Jr. that gave Iron Man, Tony Stark, that personality, when that's the reason why he got it.
Iron Man was founding Avenger. Tony Stark wasn't. They're two different people. Get it right.
But that's anyway. We got slightly off track here, but
get more stuff to show off.
No, I that's it. Oh wait a minute, no, I take it back. Girls Love.
Yes, I'm the guy on the left. Alrighty then. Oh, is there cover ranking tonight at all, or am I
think so?
Because he said something about Gail and him having Fridays and Thursdays off. Does it mean she's changing his streaming habits again? Because I feel like a jerk yesterday. Like, yeah, there's a cover ranking, and they're like, time goes by, and like people were like, hey, they lied to us. We didn't lie.
Well, let's
just start later.
If I get a response,
because I don't think anything's scheduled. Normally,
look who we're talking about. That doesn't always mean anything.
I know, but he's been getting better at the scheduling part and all that stuff. I just figured, he'd by now, if he's gonna schedule it, it'd be scheduled in the next 3 minutes. But Marania, you don't need a night off. What do you mean? You're never on panel. You can leave whenever you want to. I used to say that too. I need a night off because but then I just realized as long as Breen's there, I can take a break in the middle of the stream. But
that's something else here. I'm pretty sure the kicker was the biggest guy on the kickoff team.
Kicker.
It's the biggest ass kicker I've ever seen.
But yeah. So has anybody heard of any charities going for what's going on? Obviously there's Biden said he's gonna donate a lot of taxpayer funding going to California.
He guaranteed them all 6 months.
Yeah, but
no money.
I haven't heard anything.
No money for Maui, which apparently is a Republican part of Hawaii. No money for North Carolina.
Well, my question: I've never heard of. If everybody's confirmed charities, you can donate to as far as for Asheville, North Carolina. I also haven't done research for Maui or but this still being fresh, still going on the fire is going on over in California. I wonder if there's any legit places you can donate to.
And I'm not trying to, I said I think it's great that he's doing that, but where was this for people who suffered disasters that aren't filled with his donor classes?
Yeah.
I actually, in early 2000 and Halloween of 2001, I moved down to LA, and my older brother lived in the Pacific Palisades at the time. I know that area. I just got a picture of the house that I lived in down there. It's
gone.
Yeah, it's my brother doesn't live there anymore. It's gone. I didn't, and it was in what they referred as the alphabet streets.
Are those so was he in them close to the, because I thought Pasadena was supposed to be like the $1 million homes.
Yeah, they were really nice houses. He's in like West North Hollywood or something like that now. He's down the road. But his ex-wife and one of his sons lived in that house up until a couple days ago. They had to evacuate. They went to Santa Monica yesterday. Then they had to evacuate there. The son is with him, and she is in some efficiency apartment in the building that she owns.
It's just scary because like only months ago, and this is, I think Joe Rogan, I guess, is becoming more and more respected person to listen to, I guess, on podcasts, because he was talking to a firefighter and said all it takes is the wind to be the correct direction, and then California's screwed.
Oh, they've been talking about that since I lived down there.
Yeah,
That was in
yeah.
2001. I mean, you know about the Santa Ana winds. They were talking about the insurance. This was for mudslides, but they were the same thing. They're talking about the insurance companies not
they're pulling out of
covering
California.
and all this stuff.
So the insurance company is new for what I heard as far as for like California, but apparently they're also pulling out of Florida too. They're getting out of the hurricane and some of that stuff. Insurance.
And you heard what Greasehead did. Gavin he took down 4 dams, which would have diverted the water to the reservoir. So that's why they didn't have any water.
Yeah.
And all this stuff. And that idiot, what's her name, Bass?
Karen Bass.
Do you hear what she said today? It was either today or yesterday.
I'm on my break.
No. That's even better. She was doing a press conference and she was saying, if you need any help, go to URL.
Yeah.
And then moves on.
Oh yeah.
URL. Go to URL.
Kevin Newsom asked. You guys seen that clip where he's there and they're talking to him? It's like, oh, what are you doing? Well, that's up the local authorities' problem, not mine. Pretty much what he said on air. I was like,
and he got busted by a woman. Did you see the one where that lady? Oh, I'm on the phone with the president now. She goes, "Can I listen in?" Oh, it fell. Yeah, you lying sack of. Oh.
Yeah. What irks me though is the whole thing. I said California is. This isn't new though. They've been doing this for the past 30 years, or probably longer than that.
I was there. I left in 2000.
They got rid of their funding for not only this cops but for the firefighters as well. You had the whole 2020 the jab. People refused to get the vaccine. Were fired, let go. They, as far as right now, they don't have the equipment because the equipment was sent for fighting fires was sent to Ukraine.
And you know what else they did? You're supposed to do controlled burns to get rid of the
brush,
the dead brush. They couldn't do that anymore because of environmental reasons. Yeah. So that makes it even worse because there's all this dead
somebody.
Stuff
but I love it, like on Twitter, like some girl, she's just asking a simple question, and asks, why can't they use the water from the ocean? It's right there. And somebody said because the salt water will hurt the animals and stuff or whatever. It's not good for the ground. It's like, see, there's fire. But at least people have their homes, You're isn't California like a desert pretty much for most of it?
Oh, but people are starting to turn. I've seen, people starting to talk, and they are. As soon as this stuff, they're already starting to turn. But as soon as things start to, I don't want to say calm down, but as soon as things start to get, back to normal.
As soon as people realize that 6 months is going to go by in a blink. And they'll go to rebuild, and it'll take years to get permits and blah blah blah. But I think it's going to be more like that meme. I said, I am so tired of these Democrats in office. I'm going to vote for a different Democrat. I don't think I don't think it's going to change.
Well, what's going to happen? 6 months when that runs out, they're going to say he's going to blame it on Trump. Say well, Trump denied us more funding. But. Yeah, it's.
And I'll tell you right now, I'm going to call it.
Yeah.
Gavin Newsom survives this. Karen Bass survives this.
Karen Bass may be forced to step down.
Accountability in
Karen Bass probably will have to step down, but Gavin Newsom's going to survive this.
I know. I don't think Karen Bass will have to step down either. I really don't. I said it. Yeah. California is so wedded to DEI at this point that I think if I had to pick one of the two, it would be her. Because Gavin Newsom, I said he has that one thing that He's a white dude.
Oh, and speaking of the, did you hear what that is? One of the fire women, she was sitting there saying, she, the vegetarian, she was saying that she was all sort of touting the fact that, hey, if a fireman's coming to save you, you want someone that looks like you. Do you hear her saying that?
You also heard her say, "Can I carry a full-grown man out of a building?"
Oh,
No,
yeah.
but it's his fault for being in that situation.
And I texted my family today when I heard her say it, the first part. I said, if someone like me came to get me out of a fire, I'd be fucked. Because I couldn't get someone half my weight out here with the condition my knees are in right now. Yeah. No, I want someone who can actually fight fire and carry my fat ass out of here.
Yeah, you would like to think that this will signal a return to merit, but this is California. I don't see it. I honestly don't.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and log off. I've got Izzy calling me back again. So
I figured as much.
y'all have a good night though, guys.
And you missed the last book.
I'm sorry. That's what having a girlfriend is like.
No, it's called you not putting your foot down and saying, you know what, I'll call you back after this.
Comic books over chicks, man. What the hell?
No.
Jeez.
I'll give up comics if it means I get to keep her around. So.
And then she leaves you, and you have no comics or girl.
Comic
books will always be around, bro.
See y'all later, guys.
See you, Zach.
See you, Zach.
No. This whole thing with California, politics aside, it's just been crazy though. The fires, everything. It is.
It happens this time of year every year. I mean, you talk about the Santa Anas and everything. And the papers were warning this was going to be a bad year. And she goes off to a place in, what was it, Zimbabwe or Ghana? Or something.
It turns out Biden Center.
Yeah, for a president that she had never even met. But forget the city that she's supposed to be running.
Razor said.
The city.
It's good that she got over there quick because there's a good chance in 3 or 4 weeks she's going to be beheaded anyway.
Jeez.
I was going to say. By the way, can I, just say to Chief Justice Roberts and Amy Coney Barrett, this is for you.
What'd they do?
They voted to allow Mershon to sentence Trump, so it's symbolic. Jesus. But he will now be considered a multiple felon legally. And I said that's Trump has no one to blame but himself. He appointed that bitch.
Yep, and she's going to be here for a while. Roberts is almost gone, isn't he?
I don't know, but yeah, I said I've never understood why the Democrats always talk about packing the court. It's technically 6-3 right leaning, but they win more decisions than conservatives.
Yeah, because some of them aren't really, some of them aren't really right.
Barrett is not a conservative. Roberts is not a conservative. The other three, let's be honest, DEI hires will always vote. They're activists.
Yeah.
The three progressives are activists, and they said Barrett and who's the other one? Gorsuch has caved on a few things. I think Trump went 1 for 3. Kavanaugh's the real deal, which is why they tried so hard to destroy him. But that's not why we're here.
Yep.
So, I apologize to anyone who thinks different politically, but that just annoys the living daylights out of me.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I did hear that they actually did bring in two men to help with the situation that actually dealt this before in Los Angeles, so they'll be there soon. Yes. So if you need help,
you need Howie Long too. You need Howie Long too.
And who would have thought this movie would be real? And I gotta say though, it was handled much better with Tom Lee Jones than it was with Gavin Newsom. Yeah, it does happen every year. There's things you can stuff you can prevent. Even when Trump wasn't president, there they had a foreign diplomat over there, and he was asking, "Why is all this brush here?" You know, and they was said like pretty much. He said, "We get rid of our brush." You know.
Well, I hate to be, I hate to think like this, but one of the best ways you can keep, you let these things happen, and then you get to enact harsher climate change legislation.
So
The problem is this time, I think someone seriously miscalculated how widespread this was going to be.
Did you see that guy had a $4.5 million home? It's gone. He is offered today. Sony, I'll buy your land off you for $75,000. Like that, what a blow that is, as far as not the good kind. And now there's actually was reported confirmed sightings of people in Los Angeles committing arson. There's looting.
Yep.
And if this started from just simple lightning strike, cool. But if it started because cartel or terrorists,
no, they think it's they more than likely a homeless person, because that's how a lot of them have already started. Because they got they out there. Jay
getting $750,000 when you have a $4.5 million home. It's to me that's as insult as having $75K.
And one of the things about Palisades is there's one way in, one way out.
Yeah,
you can't. They have the Will Rogers National Forest there.
Did you see that because the fire hydrants are empty? There's no reservoir for them. So they were basically from their fire trucks filling up women's purses and tossing it onto this dumpster to put out the fire.
And people using garden hoses.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what's gonna go as far as the rich celebrities. I mean, if they're gonna have, because remember they got an insurance policy. So I mean, these actors, if they can afford the replace their homes, because I don't know how it's gonna happen, but yeah, I mean, my thought process is this a land grab? Just to get rid of people.
That's if this were. Where Maui, there were a lot of poor people.
Yeah.
So I can buy that a lot easier than I can buy. Yeah. Who are you going to, if you kick out a bunch of rich people and then rebuild to have more room for illegals, you probably will lose the tax base and your majority. So I don't know. I can't see this being a.
So like I said, this is just like I said. Maybe this was a homeless person, maybe it was arson. I will never know. Could be just faulty wiring in somebody's house or whatever. But it is a joke of a fire department who are more careful about diversity hires and actually fighting the fire. Yeah, it's just like I said. I hope Gavin Newsom is thrown through a tribunal and actually held accountable. Because he's the governor, he can bring in the National Guard if he hasn't done so. He can bring in whoever he wants to. He can bring in other people with the planes, with the water, scooping it up. You can connect to the ocean, like I said. It's American lives come first before animals, but unfortunately, he thinks that the fish is more important. But I don't know. But any word from the Sleeping Beauty?
Oh, I'm here.
Well, no. Not you. We said Beauty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get confused.
All right. I'm guessing there's no cover ranking tonight, but who knows? There might be a pop one like there was last night. If you haven't done so, click that like button, do all that fun stuff. If you want to help support the channel, you can go do that. Go to ko-fi.com/Puppetine. Check that out. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow night for two readings around 8 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. But I do hope that the people that do get out of this safely, out of this, Los Angeles or anywhere else that is burning. But to the looters, I hope you burn. If you're looting, taking advantage of this, and I have no respect for you.
No, any looter should be shot.
As if
anybody
Yeah.
caught setting fires should be thrown into one.
And you can suit a looter because you will not be prosecuted because you don't get prosecuted for
This
crimes.
is California.
I'm so glad that we're not monetized. I think we've been saying would have been like, "Goop, you're gone." But yeah, it's.
I promise you, the looter has more rights than the shooter in California.
Oh, of course. Yeah, they're all federally protected. All right, guys. But we'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good one.
Good night, kids.
Good night, kids.